Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. Ngayon po ay November 10, 2022, second Thursday of the month. At ngayon ay Huwebes at 45 days na lang, Pasko na. Mabuhay po kayong lahat at welcome po sa The Stock Market Today. Ang ating business news ay tungkol sa earnings report ng SMIC. Ako po si Benji Chadoro, isang retired bank officer at I have been investing in the Philippine stock market since 2007. Nire-report ko po ang pinaka-latest news tungkol sa inyong pinaka-aktibo at paboritong stock sa Philippine market araw-araw. Kung gusto niyo po ng content, niimbitahan ko po kayong mag-subscribe sa aking channel. Kung meron po kayong stocks na gustong ipa-review o meron po kayong tanong tungkol sa stock market o wealth management, paki-comment lang po sa comment box at aking ipa-prioritize. Di po ako financial advisor. Ang mga sinasabi ko po dito should not be taken as financial advice. And get well soon to my cousin Mary. Again, may awa ang Diyos. We're praying for your recovery. Huwag kayong alis dahil babahagi ko sa inyo ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading na sa ating PSE ngayong araw, November 10, 2022, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, ang ating main news or top stories muna, headlines, ay galing po sa Business World. Agricultural production rises in the third quarter. Second quarter GDP revised upward to 7.5%. Meralco raises electricity rates for November. And sa ating corporate news, MPIC says profit hits 4.4 billion on track to meet 14 billion target. And then we have SMIC profit up 50% to 43 billion as economy picks up. Siguro kasama po dito yung kanilang mga allied businesses like banks, real estate, and some other investments, no? Jollibee earns 2 billion, terminates Dunkin' Donuts deal in China. Megworld registers 8.4 billion profit on improved sales. And MONDE Nissan income down 46% after product recall. Okay, so tingnan po natin ang ating main news at ito po ay tungkol sa SM Investments, no? Conglomerate po ito, no? Composed of malls, banks, investment holding companies, etc. SM Investments Corp reported a 50% growth in its 9-month consolidated net income to 42.9 billion from 28.6 billion a year ago due to increased economic activity. We continued to gain momentum in our growth this quarter, supported by increased economic activity and strong consumer sentiment, SMIC President and Chief Executive Officer Frederick C. Dibuncio said in a press statement on Wednesday. The company's consolidated revenues reached 381.9 billion, up by 30.5% from 292.6 billion in the same period last year. With the addition of the Philippine Geothermal Production Company and profitable performance across our invested companies, our portfolio investments have become a meaningful contributor to the group, said Mr. Dibunco. The listed holding firm has yet to release its financial performance for the July to September quarter. For its January to September showing, SMIC said that 13% of its reported net earnings were contributed by its portfolio companies. Its banking arm made up 45%, property accounted for 23%, and retail contributed 19%. So yung 45% na yun came from BDO. With encouraging results, we remain confident about sustained growth in the fourth quarter, Mr. Dibunco said. SM's retail operations surpassed its pre-pandemic levels, registering 11.5 billion in net income, up by 138% from its 2021 results. Retail revenues increased by 26% to 258.1 billion from 204.9 billion previously. Specialty stores registered growth in net income and revenues by 139% and 35% respectively as consumer spending remained strong. At the beginning of the third quarter, SM Prime resumed its full rental fees across its local malls after more than 2 years of providing rent concessions. BDO Unibank's net income rose by 23.5% to 40 billion in the 9 months through September from 32.4 billion a year ago. So, ang laki ng contribution ng BDO Unibank, 40 billion. China Banking Corp posted a year-to-date net income of 14.7 billion, which the company said was 31% higher than its 2021 showing. So, tingnan po natin ang SMIC mamaya. Kasama po ang ibang merong earnings report, yung Metro Pacific, Jollibee, Megaworld, MONDE. So, yung 5 companies na yan ang tignan natin. Kasama na rin po, if time will allow, ang Meralco. Yan. So, yan po ang ating main news. And let's take a look at the Philippine Stock Exchange Index on what transpired today. Okay. So, before we go to the index, let me share with you some reports here. And we have several. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Mga 6 na reports po ito. Una po ay tungkol sa Metro Pacific. Ito po yung news natin kanina or headline kanina. The report from BDOSEC tells us that the rating remains a buy with a target price of 6 pesos and the target price remains at 6 pesos. So, toll roads shine in robust third quarter results. So, kumikita po yung kanilang toll roads with higher tariffs underpin earnings upgrade. So, the 9-month core profit surged 24.8%, beating estimates. Toll road profits soar 52.2% year-on-year in the first 9 months, boosted by higher traffic and tariffs. Higher water billed volumes in the first 9 months. Then the water rate rebasing progressing positively. So ito po yung negotiation ng Maynilad on their proposed rate hike, which will be implemented on a staggered basis over 5 years to support their CAPEX program. And there are also pending toll road adjustments for the NLEX, ECITEX, and Cavitex, which are being negotiated with the Toll Regulatory Board. So positive po tayo kay Metro Pacific. And with a closing price of 355 yesterday, there is an implied upside of 69%. The next company is MONDE. The rating remains neutral, neither buy nor sell. So, nagkaroon ng yung 9-month result missed expectations. The reported core earnings of 1.5 billion was behind the estimates. So, the earnings miss was largely due to the contraction in gross profit margins to 30.7%. and increase operating expenses spending given rising logistics cost and advertising. So basically that's it, So yung rating niya is currently at neutral and the previous target price of 16.40 was reduced to 13.10 and based on yesterday's closing price of 12, it has an implied upside of just 9.2%. So not so good news for MONDE. And then we have RLC, Robinson's Land. The rating remains a buy. Mall recovery leading earnings rebound. and the first 9 months income is up 6% year on year, above estimates. The mall operations sustained sequential recovery. Sales cancellation drag residential revenues, but sales take-up still encouraging. So there is an upside of about 69.9% based on yesterday's closing price of 15.30 with a target price of 26 pesos. And then Robinsons Retail Holdings naman, ito po yung retail arm ng Robinsons, no? The buy rating remains with 9-month results exceeding expectations. And the easing restrictions fuels the SSSG growth, no? Ito yung same store sales growth, SSSG. And the price hikes is aiding margins. And the TP, or the target price, was increased to 79 pesos from 76, and from the closing price of 53.45 yesterday, there's an implied upside of about 48%. Finally, we have SM Prime. Previously, the rating of BDOSEC was neutral, but this is now upgraded to a buy rating with strong mall operations and residential take-up. So the 9-month earnings jumped 41% year on year, in line with expectations. Mall rebound continues with foot traffic exceeding pre-pandemic levels. Residential recovery gaining traction, focusing more on affordable MRBs. The target price remains at 40 pesos, from neutral naging buy. With a closing price yesterday of 33.30, there's an implied upside of 20%. So let's now go to the index on what happened today. So the index, naku, bumaba po ng 74.11 points or 1.19% down. Tingnan natin yung exponential. Yan, ano? So it's just sideways to bearish, or yes, sideways to bearish po ang index. And although the short-term indicator natin is still under, just touching the closing price, no? Pero RSI is neither bullish nor bearish, nasa 50. Market activity naman, 106 ang bumaba, 66 ang umabante, at 44 ang hindi nagbago. Ang all-share index ay bumaba rin ng 0.46%, samantalang ang mga sectoral indices ay mixed or halo. 3 ang umakyat, 3 ang bumaba. Ang financials, holding companies at industrials ay bumaba, at ito'y pinangunahan ng holding companies sa 3.5% in the red. Samantalang ang mining, properties at services ay umakyat, pinangunahan po ng properties at 1.30%. So tingnan po natin ang nag-figure out sa news kanina. Ito po yung i-review natin. Si SM, Metro Pacific, Megawide, JFC, MONDE, and RLC. So lahat po ito ay may mga earnings report. Okay, let's start with SM. Si SM, may buy rating to, naku, bumagsak si SM. And there is this is a breakdown. No? So, down 5.29%, 44 pesos down, nasa 787. Pero ang earnings report niya ay maganda. Kumikita po si SM. No? So, from an RSI po niya kahapon ay 56. Ngayon po ay nasa 45.56, ano? So it is a breakdown. Support is here, nasa 762, and resistance is here at 835.81. So SM had a net profit of 50% in the first 9 months. So I guess being bearish ay time to buy po ito, no? SM Investments has a buy rating with a target price of 1,090 or 31.2% upside. Okay, next we have Metro Pacific. Si Metro Pacific, breakdown din to si Metro Pacific. Hindi po. Hindi siya breakdown. Walang average volume lang po eh. But the price fell by 4.23%, no? And this is the highest since October 20, yung pagbagsak niya. So nasa 340 na po si Metro Pacific, but it's earning, no? Kasi 24.8% yung kanyang increase, no? sa earnings. From an oversold level here on September 28, umakyat po siya ng October 18 sa 370, but that is the highest that it can get. So bumaba uli siya sa 340. So support is here at 334. Actually, the previous support was nandito eh. Nasa 350. Na ngayon ay masasabi nating resistance, ano? And the higher resistance is here. Well, in spite of the earnings of MPI, ay bumababa pa rin siya. But it gives good dividends. The problem is with Metro Pacific, I think, is perception. No? Kasi most of its businesses are highly regulated. So yan, power, Meralco, water, toll roads, highly regulated po siya. Hindi po siya makakilos, hindi po siya maka-price increase unless you get permission from the regulatory body, no? Kaya ganon ang sentiment sa Metro Pacific, but it is highly profitable, no? And in time, kasi ang target price po niya is Metro Pacific, nasa 6 pesos po ang target price, so 69% upside. Ang pinaka undervalued stock ngayon, based dito sa study ni BDO Securities, pinaka undervalued stock is San Miguel Food and Beverage, 127% upside. Target price is 80 pesos, 35.20 lang. Anyway, hindi naman natin nire-review yung FB, but currently that is the most undervalued stock in the based on the studies, no, among the stocks. So nasa 340 po si Metro Pacific and it is going down, nasa 38.41 yung kanyang RSI and currently trending downwards. And then si Meg naman, si Mega Wide, naku, umakyat ng konti, 4 centavos, pero bearish pa si Mega Wide eh. Kaya lang kumikita rin to, no? So stocks basically are cheap right now. So nasa 2 pesos po yung kanilang support, with the short, medium, and long-term indicators nasa taas po ng ating mga candlestick, indicating a downward pattern, no? So oversold po noong September 28, October 10, and it continues to move down. Although maganda po yung earnings report niya, no? Yung ni-report natin kanina. So yan po yung support level ni Meg. And tingnan natin ang fundamentals ni Meg. Mega Wide, ito rin, undervalued din yung stock niya. 6 pesos yung target price niya, pero nasa 206 na lang, no? Mega World, I'm sorry, Mega World pala yun. Mega World ang nire-review natin. Okay, nasa 202 pero 420 yung kanyang target price, or 107 or 108% upside. Nakakalito kasi yung Mega Wide and Mega World halos pareho ng symbol eh. But we're reviewing Mega World. Si JFC naman, JFC. Bumaba si JFC, ending flat, ano? Nasa 233. Pero umabot po yung presyo na sa 235. At meron po siyang dividends. 1 peso 23 centavos. with an ex-date of November 18 and payment date of December 14. So maliit lang magbigay ng dividend si JFC. And just moving within this band, yan. So from September 28 up to November 10, I just within this box lang with support at 226, resistance at 239. So that's JFC. Then MONDE, si MONDE ay hindi magandang balita din, no? It missed expectations, ending with a doji. So it lost 6 centavos, nasa 11.94, but the 52-week high was 11 or 19.10. At mababa po ang presyo ni MONDE. Support is here at 11.17 and resistance is malapit po dito sa areang to, nasa 12.70 to 12.80, and it is bearish in the medium and long term but sideways on the short term. And then finally we have Robinson's Land, RLC. Ay yan, mukhang may pag-asa tayo kay RLC, no? Pero bearish pa rin po ang sentiment niya. Tingnan natin yung bearish pa rin, pero successive green candlesticks po siya na maliliit eh. Yan po, ito po yung nakikita po ninyo. Green, doji green, then a small red and green and another small green, no? So mukhang promising itong RLC, and nagkaroon pa siya ng oversold level nitong September 28, September 27, and October 3. So mababa na po yung kanyang presyo. Support is here at 14.76. Resistance is here at 16.65. Okay, so earnings reports po, earnings season po ngayon, ano? Dahil end of the quarter, so the next earnings report will be on January, no? January, February for the December year end, no? So yan po ang ating report sa stock market, ika-10 ng Nobyembre. Ito po si Benji Chitoro nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay at hanggang sa muli. Stay safe, God bless, bye for now.